Hiya and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't watched my videos before, I'm Alice and I'm renovating two narrowboats. I've got a small 34-foot narrowboat and I've got a large 64-foot narrowboat which I plan to live on. The small narrowboat I've been living on for the past year, mainly of a weekday, and then I go home to my husband for the weekend. I do spend some weekends on it as well. But for reasons of needing to do laundry and wanting to see my animals and my lovely husband, I do go home from time to time. Plan today on the little boat is to get the big stove off. I will insert a video just so you can kind of see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Okay, so excuse the mess, but this is the stove that's going to get removed off the fire today. I've been using all sorts of fantastic devices just to help me get the airflow of the heat down the boat, really. I can be in bed and not have to have my duvet on. I got some of these really cool, fantastic magnetic ones that I can pop up, and then I basically would put this one over here. If I was sat on the sofa, I'd have it pointed at me. If I was in bed, I'd point it down the boat, and I'd be able to put my kettle on and the fan to basically have myself either hot water for a wash or hot water for tea and food. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this off today. We've got a 7-foot pole that's been really well put in. We've got a plan about how to get it off, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah. So I'm gonna be taking the big stove off that is just a little bit too powerful, if I'm honest. It's massively overpowered for this little boat. I've got a smaller one that I took off the, sorry, there was a fly in my face, took off the big boat had a smaller fire that just seems to be perfect size for this one. So we're going to pull out the 7-foot pipe and hopefully refit all of that, and then I'll get some fire cement and seal it all up and let it settle. The big stove, I've managed to find a fellow boater that's going to take it up to her brother who's just bought a narrowboat. So it's going to be going from London to Sheffield, which I absolutely love the fact it's going to be staying on a boat, and it's really good to help people out within the boating community. But yeah, living on the little boat in the winter with the big fire has just been an absolute nightmare. I've tried everything from using bricks in it, like smaller logs, smaller bits of wood. The fire goes out really quickly if you don't fill it up, obviously. So just to keep a constant flow of heat, I think the little fire will work much better. In terms of setting up for this video, I had a bit of spider sensing, and boats are always full of spiders. I quite like having a couple of spiders because it keeps the flies away, but I kind of like them being up on the ceiling, not like in my bed or on the curtains. First night I slept on this boat, I put my bedding on, gave it a clean, and I managed to jump into bed and get bitten by a spider. I'm not scared of spiders, but nobody wants to be bitten. So I was setting up for the video and my spidey sense was tingling, and I found one dead on the sofa, and I was like, oh, it's fine. And I don't normally have these curtains open, but I thought I'd open them for the purpose of the video just to get a bit more light in. I use thermal blackout curtains during the winter and the summer. Just in the summer it keeps the heat out as well, so it's really nice. Obviously it's nice to have them open, but on hot days like today, it's better to have them closed. The weather's been really unpredictable in the UK, as always. We've had another little mini heat wave after loads more rain. But I basically closed the curtains, but on closing them, a big spider ran out, and she had a nest. So I've managed to pop her in a pot, and after I've done this video, I'm going to go to the park and I'm going to try and find somewhere safe for her nest to go. You can either work outside. It's kind of why I've not minded doing my work on the boats around here, because there's a lot of work being done on flats and properties around, so me hammering out everything hasn't been too bad for the neighbours, because there's constant work being conducted as it is. But yeah, I'm gonna basically crack on and hopefully get this done. I can't do the rust treatment on the big boat today, mainly due to the fact that I wear heels. I'm quite short, so I always wear like heeled boots or like a nice pair of like heeled wedges. Don't really wear like stiletto high heels, but my boots have normally got a nice heel on them. And I forgot my work boots, so I can't really do any of the rust treatment today, mainly due to that. So it seems like a good plan to do the fires, get them all switched out, and then obviously tomorrow bring my boots and I'll leave them on the boat. What I tend to do is have work overalls. I'll use those, and then I will change my clothes, and then I'll go home. I forgot to take my boots off last week, and then I forgot to bring them this week. But yeah, so today's a little bit of a different day. What I'll do is I'll give you a little tour around my little boat. It's really cute, and I've done a lot of kind of cosmetic stuff on this. My plan is to redo the kitchen, because it's the only bit that's a little bit dated and it takes up a lot of space, and I think I can build something handmade that'll be a lot better with a smaller hob. It's got a 4 hob and oven at the moment, and it doesn't need it. It only needs 2 hobs and maybe a small grill. Nobody's really going to be cooking a full Sunday roast or a full family dinner on this boat. It's a single person or a 2-person occupancy boat. So most of the time it's mostly going to be, you know, things on like on a skillet. You can do a pie on a skillet. I cooked on this stove over the winter, which was really, really good. Most of the time I was cooking on that. It's very rare that I cooked on the cooker. But yeah, I'll be putting a 2 hob LPG on. And I may keep the sink, but I might think about a different sink, but everything else is gonna go. Let me show you around the boat and you can see what I've done. Okay, so this is my little bedroom. It's quite a comfortable bed and I love staying in it. I've put a little touch night lamp. I've got a little fan. I've got some little lights that pop on and I can move about, and a rechargeable, just a little bedside corner shelf, and then a nice little picture. So this is the bedroom area and I really enjoy staying here. I've got a lovely little window that I do keep open sometimes, but I've only opened it so you've got a bit more light to show you what is all around here. I have a little jackery that I use to charge my phones. Under here is lots of storage. Let me just move that so you can see. It's not very tidy at the moment, but I keep all of my clothes and bedding in here, and then I keep all my gym stuff in there. In that cupboard over there, there's some more storage, so for like underwear and dirty clothes. I keep a box for each, and then I can kind of keep on top of things. This is the kitchen area at the moment. And the oven, I've never used the oven. I don't really need to use it and it's a bit dated. I did put all those little tiles on myself, they're just little sticky ones. I'm just going into the kitchen. It's a little bit of a mess at the moment, but a boat is a lived-in boat, so I'm not going to tidy up and make it show ready for you. I'd rather show you exactly how it is. This is my little bath room with a shower. It's all very, I've just done a little bit of cosmetic stuff like putting a shower curtain up. I keep this here when I'm not using the shower. I take it off when I do. The water's really, really good. I've got loads of wireless lights as well. There is the 12 volt on this boat. I do use these lights, but just for ease of not running my batteries down, I tend to use those. This is my composting toilet. So it's got 2 compartments. There's a front bit and a back bit. I'm not going to open it. It's not got anything in it, but I don't want to just show you a toilet. Everyone knows how to work a toilet. But yeah, so this is my sink. These little shelves have come in quite handy. And this is the living area of the boat. This is going to be the fire that's going to get taken out today. And then we'll put the little one on. So yeah. This is a tour around the little boat, and then just over here these bits hanging, that's what I've basically been using as a wardrobe at the moment. And I'm gonna maybe build something in so it's a little less visible, but I quite like my little boat. I think she's really cute, really dinky, and just a nice little area. The sun's really lovely and shining today, so it's just been perfect on the water. I did stick all of this up myself. This is just a nice stick-on stained glass. I am going to put a little bit more around the boat as well. But yeah, there's lots of loud noises at the moment, so I shall go and find a quiet spot to continue with this video. Okay, so it's a little bit quieter in here. Hopefully you can't hear too much of the works going on. The one funny thing about living on this little narrow boat is she rocks lots. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'll just have a little rocking motion. And one of the ways I keep this on a pivot, and the reason why I do this is if I'm in bed and the boat's, say, listing to one side, or there's any issues, I can always tell because the picture will be wonky. And I know I should probably put it up on two, but for my own amusement, for my own peace when I'm sleeping on it of a winter, I know what's happening if the boat's to one side, and I can get out and go untie it or fix it. But yeah, I hope you've liked the tour of my little boat, and hopefully we'll come back once I've got the fire out. Wish me luck.